What's up, good people? What's up, everybody? This is Bubba. It's aka Brandon. Brazil, bring Bubba back. Bring Bubba back, Brazil. And welcome everybody once again to another walk and talk video. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's blessed. You know, doing what they want to do, what they need to do, you know, to the best of their abilities and all that good stuff. Yeah, so as you can see today, it's pretty chill traffic wise, but it's still kind of busy this morning, Saturday morning. But you know, y'all already know it is what it is. But yo, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for man, just tuning in to my channel. And like I say, man, this channel, what I talk about everything Brazil, and also I talk about like just the experiences of me being back here in America, being back here in the States, you know, after living abroad, living in Brazil, you know, for quite some time. You know, this is what my channel is about. So, and like I said before, this is like it's like an open book. This is my journal, so I'm gonna look at it years from now, you know, and just, you know, just check out my experiences, you know, just like a journal. And yeah, man, this is what the channel is about. So, you know, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I want this to be a space where, you know, I want to be relatable to a whole bunch of people, you know, because everybody has different experiences, but at the same time, we got similar experiences, you know, if you know what I'm saying. And I know, you know, there's people out there, you know, probably in similar situations that, like me, not exactly the similar, but pretty much close. And you know, they just want to come to a space where, you know, they can be like, you know what, I'm in that situation too. You know, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. You know, I'm a former expat, and or I used to live abroad, and you know, a lot of unfortunate things have happened, and I can relate to this person, you know. And that's really reason I want this channel to be, you know. I want it to be a channel where, you know, I can share, you know, my experiences to others, and that vice versa, others can share their experiences with me, and we can just build, you know, just like a community, create a community. So, but definitely I appreciate everybody, I mean, just coming in and, you know, just engaging in the comments, and you know, just, man, just talking it up. You know, hey, I appreciate all the comments, good, the negative, the positive, good, the bad, the ugly. I appreciate them all, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, I knew what I was getting into when I signed up for this, you know, 5 years ago, you know, when I posted my first video on here. You know, I already knew the rules of engagement, you know what I'm saying. So I definitely appreciate y'all for, you know, just tuning in. And like I said, on that note, you know, I also want to thank everybody for, you know, helping me get to monetization. So like I said, after 5 years, you know, 5 long years, you know, just doing content, you know, whether it's my experiences in Brazil, you know, or just whatever, man, I definitely appreciate it. You know, I appreciate y'all for helping me reach my monetization status. So I'm officially monetized. But with that being said, you know, it's just still got a long way to go in terms of, you know, where I want to go, you know, in terms of providing more content like this. You know, like I say, I'm still, believe it or not, even though I've been doing this for 5 years, I'm still, you know, a novice, or, you know, a beginner, still a young prodigy in this, you know, YouTube space, in terms of just being a creator, you know, in terms of, you know, just sharing the content that I have with y'all. So I'm still learning. You know, this was another reason why I started this channel because I want to see my growth, my progress. You know, I came a long way, you know, I really have. You know, like I said, I would have never thought 5 years ago this would be something that, hey man, I could possibly, you know, become monetized in. So, but yeah, I want to thank everybody, man, for just being there along the way, the 5 years, man, and all my newcomers that's, you know, part of this too. Definitely appreciate y'all. And like I say, man, my so-called haters, I say so-called haters, but my haters, hey, I'm here, I'm still here. You know, it's funny because I mean, haters, they come in different forms, man. Different forms, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like I say, all of y'all appreciate it, man. Each and every one of y'all, you know, contribute. You know, it's been a huge part of my, you know, monetization. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been a huge part of me, you know, getting to that point where I'm now monetized. So I definitely want to shout out y'all for that. Yeah. So, man, I want to make a poll, man. Like in my, you know, in my community section. I want to see which, like, moving forward, you know, which type of content are y'all really liking so far, or that's y'all, what type of content y'all resonating with. You know, I'm gonna make a poll, and I just want to see, you know, just where y'all at in terms of, you know, what kind of content y'all like from me. You know, I know some people are calling my videos like doom and gloom, which they're not. You know, I'm just providing the realities of, you know, just how I'm living here, you know, well, of my experiences being back here, you know, in the States, in America. That's all I'm providing. I'm using an objective lens. So I'm showing y'all, you know, the realities of day-to-day life. Cause to be honest with you, I can show you, like I was in Brazil, I can show you all the superficial, the edited, the curated portion of my life in Brazil, and even my life here. I could do that too, but it wouldn't come off as relatable, and it wouldn't come off as authentic. And like I say, this is an open book, so this is my journal. So I'm expressing, you know, what I see, you know, and I could come off as doing the superficial stuff. I can really do that. But like I said, I know a lot of people that come in here, they want to, you know, they want to see the reality. They want to see the real deal. They want to do the real experiences. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, you know. Hey, sometimes we need to improve. We need to elevate. We need to do all that stuff. And again, this is what my channel is about. But right now, I am making the steps towards progress, towards elevation. But like I say, that don't come overnight. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come overnight. And right now, I see that I got to take little small steps. You know, I gotta definitely take small steps if I want to, you know, get where I want to be, especially in terms of me coming back to Brazil. So, but the pieces are put together, and everything is in motion right now. But like I said, it's gonna take time, and during that time, y'all can just come along for the ride and just, like I said, watch me progress. Sometimes go back, but yet all is in the name of moving forward. So yeah, man. But regardless, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate everybody for watching. You know what I mean? Just whatever y'all doing to watch. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all of that, because it's helping me out. And yeah, man, it's I can see it. I can see it in my analytics, man. I can see it. It's like, yo, you know, it's like people are really watching, and they're really relating to the content I'm putting out, especially the ones that's, you know, just putting up all the positive, you know, comments, you know, about, you know, just, hey, just stick in there, hang in there, man, and, you know, give me good solutions and in terms of, you know, what I need to do to better my situation, to better my you know, my status. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, I definitely appreciate that. And like I say, you know, it's always gonna be trolls, it's gonna be haters, you know, it's gonna be people I already know. And like I say, hey, that's what I signed up for. So, you know, that's the sacrifice. That's the sacrifice you have to make as a content creator. That's one of the huge sacrifices that you have to make. That you will have people coming at you. You will have people, you know, that's gonna, you know, on the surface, they mean well, but deep down inside, you know, they wanna kind of see you kind of, you know, fail in a sense. You know what I'm saying? They wanna see you fail. They will, you know, they wanna sit back, as they say, just sit back and, you know, just watch you, you know, just go through it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you know, they see it as entertaining. It's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Especially the, you know, the times that we live in. You know, that people need a form of escapism, so they see it through other people. They see that escapism through other people. So, but like I say, I knew what I was getting into, you know, and that's the business about being a content creator, is that sometimes, like, to get what you need to go, you know, you have to take that risk, man. You know, and I'm a person about taking risks, man. I took risks my whole life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, I took L's, but there's been other times I took plenty of W's, man. So, and I think one commenter said, they put it best. They mentioned the late great Atlanta Brave Hall of Famer, my favorite player of all time, baseball player of all time, Mr. Hammering Hank Aaron. A commenter said it best. Was like, Hank Aaron struck out more times than he hit home runs. And you know, at one point, Hank Aaron was the all-time career home run leader. So that goes to show you right there. You may strike out more than you hit home runs, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you will still be known, you know, for, you will be seen, you know, as being great in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You would, you know, nobody was not gonna look at your losses, man. Especially if you know, if you bounce back, or, you know, if you overcome them losses. And I have, in a sense. I really have, in a sense, throughout my, you know, throughout my life, throughout my journey. This journey right now that I'm on, I overcame a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm displaying all of that for y'all to sit back and watch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people say. So, and again, I appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in. You know, I'm finally monetized. I'm closer to, you know, where I want to be, man. You know, closer to my goal in terms of, you know, actually, you know, providing, you know, a decent amount of content for y'all, man, and providing more quality content. Because I really believe with being monetized now, I can, you know, invest more into the channel. I can do more things, you know, to improve myself in this channel, you know, and to improve the quality of content, like I said, in this channel. So, but again, man, appreciate all the love, the support, you know, so far on this journey. And yeah, again, make sure y'all put in the comments, man. Definitely put in the comments. You know, Brazil, bring Bubba back. Brazil, bring Bubba back. Definitely put it in the comments. Also, hey, make sure, hey, y'all continue to like, continue to subscribe, you know, share my videos, because I will definitely put up more videos that of my old travels in the past. You know, I'm just getting all the old footage together, and I'm kind of gonna touch it up a little bit and like put a little updated spin. Cause I definitely want y'all to check out my you know, my travels to other places around the world. I mean, not just Brazil. So I've been to a lot of other places around the world. So yeah, definitely want y'all to check that out, man. But yeah, once again, this is Bubba. Hey, Brazil, bring Bubba back. Bring Bubba back, Brazil. All right, till next video. Hey, peace, peace.